In this life, whether we are rich or poor, is the product of our decision. It's also the product of our action or inaction. I'm going to share with you some things that the rich people do differently and some things that poor people do that actually keep them poor. Earlier in my journey in life to build wealth, there are a series of mistakes I made. And to get to where I am today, I have to take my time to do what the rich are doing. And that is what I'm going to share with you in the course of this video. Before we move forward, can you please click that subscribe button so that you will be the first person to see whenever we drop anything fresh, so that you will be updated about the information we are dropping on this channel. Now, number one, poor people claim to know it all, while the rich are open to learning. I always tell people the rich are not the perfect or smartest in the room. Whenever you see great and wealthy people, they are always surrounded by the smartest people, ready to learn from them, ready to upgrade. But the poor people always act as if they are Google or they are ChatGPT. When you ask them, why can't you do this? They'll start giving you excuses. They begin to tell you how they know it all, how they have the solution in their hands, but they don't do anything about it. But the rich people are open to learning and to do new things. Now, number two, poor people say money is the root of all evil, while the rich says poverty is the root of all evil. Money is never the root of all evil. There is a common saying that you can never trust the loyalty of a poor person. Some poor people, test them with some money today, you will discover how they begin to misbehave. To know that somebody is genuinely of good character, you will find out whenever he has enough money in his disposal. When someone is poor, he can do many evil things. But rich people believe that poverty is the root of all evil. Therefore, they do all they can to chase poverty out of their lives. But the poor people believe anybody that is rich is either involved in one evil thing or the other. And that is the reason why they remain in that fear and remain poor. Number three, rich people take action while the poor expect the perfect day, which is very wrong. There is never a perfect time in human life. Why should you even expect a perfect time? Time does not wait for you, so don't wait for a perfect one. Opportunity is like commercial buses on the express road. When you miss one, another one is also coming. Therefore, don't wait for the right time. If you can't get the one in your disposal, jump to the next one. Rich people believe that there is never a perfect time. Whatever comes to their mind today, the next thing is to start taking action on it. They don't wait for the perfect time. But the poor people keep complaining that they don't have this, they don't have that. That's why they can't do this, they can't do that. If you ask a poor man today, why can't you start these ideas? Why can't you push this dream? You are good at this. They begin to complain about the government, complain about the weather, and different story. But the rich people never wait for a perfect time. Whatever comes to their mind, they begin to execute it without looking further. Number four, the rich build assets while the poor save money. You cannot be rich by saving money. I have learned this earlier in my life. And whatever little money I have, I make sure that majority of my incomes go back to asset building, because the more assets you build, the more your incomes goes up. But the poor people keep saving money, thinking that the more millions they have in their account, the richer they become. And when inflation or any bad economic policy hits them, it will wipe off their savings, and any amount they have, it will become useless in their accounts. But the rich people believe that when money gets to you, even though you save it, after a while, make sure that you are saving it for the purpose of investing it. That is the belief of the rich. So when you have money in your disposal, don't keep it too long. Look for an asset class to put the money so that the money can double. If you keep money in your savings, it won't double. But the more assets you build, the more your money doubles and more richer you become. Then the law of compound interest will be in your favor. Number five, rich people take responsibility while the poor give excuses. I always tell people that excuses is a demon. There's a video I specifically did on how excuses has destroyed many people in their course of pursuit in life. Stop giving excuses. You can never move forward if you keep giving excuses. But the rich people take responsibility for their life. If they fail, if they lose, if they start a business and the business collapse, they know it's their cost. They take up another responsibility. But the poor, what they do is, if they fail, they begin to blame the government, they begin to blame their auntie, their uncle, the bad government policy and program or political system that is not in their favor. but the rich people take absolute responsibility for their lives. Now, number 6, rich people read books while the poor watch TV. You can see the difference. Most poor people spend a lot of time watching rich people on the TV, while the rich people, at their own back end, they sit down to read, to acquire more knowledges, to become better, to become excellent in what they do. So you will have to take note of these things if you actually want to belong to the rich class. Take the right decision today and become successful on a gradual basis.